Morning, everybody. Lesson 99. This is Reverend Lynn LaBorde. I'll be channeling Mary Magdalene, reading Lesson 99 from A Course in Miracles. And Lesson 99 says, salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. They both imply that something has gone wrong and something needs to be saved from, forgiven for, something amiss that needs corrective change, something apart or different from the will of God. Thus do both terms imply a thing impossible, but yet which has occurred, resulting in a state of conflict seen between what is and what could never be. Truth and illusions both are equal now, for both have happened. The impossible becomes the thing you need forgiven for. The impossible becomes the thing you need forgiveness for, salvation from. Salvation now becomes the borderline between the truth and the illusion. It reflects the truth because it's the means by which you can escape illusions. Yet it is not yet the truth because it undoes what never was done. How could there be a meeting place at all where earth and heaven can be reconciled within a mind where both of them exist? The mind that sees illusions thinks them real. They have existence in that they are thoughts. And yet they are not real because the mind that thinks these thoughts is separate from God. What joins the separate mind and thoughts with mind and thought, which are forever one? What plan could hold the truth inviolate? Yet recognize the need illusions bring and offer means by which they are undone, without attack and with no touch of pain. What but a thought of God could be this plan by which the never done is overlooked and sins forgotten that were never real? The Holy Spirit holds his plan of God exactly as it was received of him, within the mind of God and in your own. It is apart from time in that its source is timeless, yet it operates in time because of your belief that time is real. Unshaken does the Holy Spirit look upon what you see, on sin and pain and death, on grief and separation and on loss. Yet does he know one thing must still be true. God is still love, and this is not his will. This is the thought that brings illusions to the truth and sees them as appearances behind which is the changeless and the sure. This is the thought that saves and that forgives, because it lays no faith in what is not created, but the only source it knows. This is the thought whose function is to save by giving you its function as your own. Salvation is your function. With the one to whom the plan was given, now you are entrusted with this plan along with him. He has one answer to appearances, regardless of their form, their size, their depth, or any attribute they seem to have. Salvation is my only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. You who will yet work miracles, be sure to practice well the idea for today. Try to receive the strength of what you say. Try to perceive the strength in what you say, for those are words in which your freedom lies. Your Father loves you. All the world of pain is not his will. Forgive yourself the thought he wanted this for you. Then let the thought which he has replace all the mistakes. Then let the thought which he has replaced all your mistakes enter the darkened places of your mind. That thought the thoughts that were never his will. This part belongs to God, as does the rest. It does not think its solitary thoughts and make them real by hiding them from him. Let in the light, and you will look upon no obstacle to what he wills for you. Open your secrets to his kindly light and see how bright his light still shines in you. Practice his thoughts today and let his light seek out and lighten up all the darkened spots and shine through them to join them to the rest. It is God's will your mind be one with his. It is God's will that he has but one son. It is God's will that his one son is you. Think of these things in practicing today and start the lesson we learned today with this instruction in the way of truth. Salvation is my only function here. Salvation and forgiveness are the same. Then turn to him who shares your function here and let him teach you what you need to learn to lay all fear aside and know yourself as love, which has no opposite to you. Forgive all thoughts which would oppose the truth of your completion, unity, and peace. You cannot lose the gifts your Father gave. You do not want to be another self. You have no function that is not of God. Forgive yourself, the one who made you think. Forgive yourself, the one you think you made. Forgiveness and salvation are the same. Forgive what you have made, and you are saved. There is a special message for today, which has the power to remove all forms of doubt and fear forever from your mind. If you are tempted to believe them true, remember that appearances cannot withstand the truth these mighty words contain. Salvation is my only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. Your only function tells you you are one. Remind yourself of this between the times you give 5 minutes to be shared with him who shares God's plan with you. Remind yourself, salvation is my only function here. Thus do you lay forgiveness on your mind and let all fear be gently laid aside, that love may find its right place in you and show you that you are the Son of God. Okay, I'm going to bring Magdalene through. Lesson number 99. Salvation is my only function here. Greetings, beloved ones. Salvation and forgiveness are indeed one and the same. And forgiveness is your only function. Forgiveness is our only function. And when you reach out to forgive another, the Holy Spirit does indeed intervene. He does indeed come forth with all the love that God has bestowed upon him as his messenger, as his conduit, as his channel. My beloved is indeed an embodiment of this divine relationship. Each of us have had our journey to fully accept this relationship with God. To take the Holy Spirit into your heart fully provides you with the greatest salve of absolution, the greatest sense of forgiveness, the greatest sense of salvation. For when you are 100% completely aligned with the will of God, with salvation, you grant forgiveness to each and every moment where you may choose something other than the purity, the holiness, and the divinity of knowing that God is where you are, and that you are indeed a creation of the divine. Each of us are created as God designed, pure and perfect love, perfect truth, perfect happiness, and perfect wholeness, beloveds. And when you find yourself judging, forgive yourself for your judgments. Forgive yourself for the thoughts of separation. Become aware of these thoughts, beloved, and immediately grant yourself salvation by forgiving these thoughts. Every time that you become conscious of a judgment that you make towards another or towards yourself, and you forgive this thought, you bring yourself one step closer to the Holy Spirit and one step closer to complete alignment with God. So allow this salvation to be revealed to you as being truly forgiveness. For in the forgiveness of yourself, you grant forgiveness to all beings. Allow yourself, beloved ones, to be holy and true, to live and love with the light of God shining upon you, the light that you are shining within you. Your salvation is your function. It is your only function, and you are indeed meant to forgive. Forgive yourself for ever having forgotten, beloved. Forgive yourself for every thought that you have that keeps you enmeshed in this world of separation. And allow only thoughts of love and gratitude, gentleness, kindness to be in, as, and through all that you are. And know that you have our blessings with you always, beloved ones. Forgive, forgive, and forgive again. Forgive yourself for the thoughts that you have used to separate you. Forgive yourself for the judgments that you have made against yourself and against others. And find salvation in this forgiveness. And when you need assistance, call upon the Holy Spirit. Call upon myself. Call upon my beloved. Yeshua is there for you, for he lit the way for all of us to walk the path that he walked. And he is with you now. He is with all of us always. Blessings to you, beloved ones. We love you. We will speak with you again. Greetings to you all.